So two of the worst kick streamers on the platform just got into a fight. And honestly, it was pretty lackluster. But what was the reason behind this whole fight, and what history do these two streamers have? That's probably what you're here to figure out. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to press that subscribe button to join the trap house with the biggest trapper. And while you're at it, don't forget to click the very first link down below in my description to join my Discord server and become an official member of the community. Now with all of that being said, let's get into why these two kick streamers got into a fight. Okay, so to start, the two streamers in question here go by the name of N3on and Jack Doherty. And I'm pretty sure most of you have probably heard of their names before, especially like if you watch any streams on Kick. Both of these streamers do like very cringe forms of IRL style content, and to be honest, they're not liked by many people at all. And honestly, each of them have their reasons. But there is actually some brief history between the two. You see, as we all know, N3on was a very close friend of Adin Ross, but once he started streaming on Kick, the more N3on managed to grow, it seemed like the more and more friendships he started to lose. And this all stems from one person who happens to be N3on's girlfriend. This girl goes by the name of Sam Frank, and she's also a content creator just in different form. And N3on would meet Sam Frank through no other than Jack Doherty. And as you all know, Jack Doherty is also like a Kick streamer, but I think he's probably more known for his YouTube content. And if you're not familiar with who Jack Doherty is or what he does, then honestly you're probably a blessed person, because I wish I never saw this kid neither. But Jack Doherty basically pimps out OnlyFans models, and he has them like all signed to contracts living in one house, and he uses them all for content. And N3on's current girlfriend, who I mentioned earlier, Sam Frank, was one of these girls who Jack Doherty had on contract and was also living in his house. So about a few months ago, when Jack Doherty was first getting into streaming, he would pay all types of streamers to simply come over to his house, and then he'd use them for content once they got there. N3on happened to be one of these streamers he had paid, because as you know, N3on was like an up and coming streamer at this time. He was growing very rapidly on Kick. Whether these numbers were real or not, at the time he was definitely like top 3 most popular Kick streamer that there was. And when N3on would start doing streams over at Jack Doherty's house, they would do various styles of content, and most of which always ended up in drama like a fight. Or some of you may even remember when one of the Island Boys got smacked by a streamer named Convy, who was one of N3on's friends at the time. This all happened at Jack Doherty's house. So the more N3on would come over to this house, he would start doing content with Sam Frank, because she was one of the girls living here like I mentioned. And over time, the two began getting closer and closer and would eventually start dating. Now, depending on how you look at it, this may or may not have been one of the worst mistakes of N3on's career, because once N3on started dating this Sam Frank girl, a lot of people would just say that she was using him for clout, and she didn't really like him. She was essentially just using him as a funnel to funnel his fans over to her OnlyFans. And this may or may not have been true, but N3on didn't really like the things that his friends were saying, and he ended up choosing Sam over his friends. Now, this could have been a very bad decision or a very good decision for N3on, depending on how you look at it, because once this happened, he would just continue to grow as a streamer, but he would also lose longtime friends like Adin Ross. But the OnlyFans comments would eventually start getting to N3on, and this would lead to arguments between him and Sam Frank, because he always wanted her to delete her OF and things like that. But there was kind of a problem involved with doing this. You see, the Sam Frank girl who does OnlyFans was also signed to Jack Doherty, and he was getting a percentage of all the money she was making from OnlyFans. So of course this would lead to a little bit of a tension between Jack Doherty and N3on. The two would always like throw shots at each other on stream, but they would never have any form of physical altercation because they never really seen each other. And honestly, in my opinion, I feel like N3on is just insane to begin with, because imagine even dating a girl who's essentially being pimped out by another person who does the same exact thing as you with your stream on Kick. But you also got to understand where Jack is coming from at the same time, because this is like his business. This is how he makes most of his money. He's pimping out all of these OnlyFans models, and here comes this streamer that she just happened to meet, and now he's trying to get her to delete her OnlyFans. Like, bro, what? Not to mention all of the money she was probably making from N3on's fans. Like, but this entire beef that's been heating up for the past few months between N3on and Jack Doherty will finally come to a head when these guys will be at the same location, which was a fight event called the BKFC. Now, I've never heard of it, but apparently it's the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, and it had a lot of people in attendance, so it must be a pretty big event. But anyways, Jack Doherty and N3on were both there, and something would happen between N3on and Jack Doherty at this event that N3on didn't like, so he would go over to press Jack Doherty, and this is what ended up happening.
What's the point of that, bro? What do you get out of that, bro?
I didn't fucking do shit.
Bro, that's your boy. What do you get out of that, bro?
Get out of my face.
What the fuck do you get out of that, bro?
And after they got into a fight inside of the arena, it wouldn't end there. In fact, it would continue on outside after Jack Doherty tried to get like some form of get back, I guess. And this is how that ended up going.
Jack Doherty.
Get up! Stop, bro! Stop! What am I walking? Yo, you're good, bro. Stop!
And yeah, and these is all pretty lackluster fights. Like, it's clear that none of these guys ever really fought before in their life. And there was also a bunch of security pulling everybody apart. So we didn't really get a clean scuffle between the two. But if they did actually get to a fight, I got N3on winning. Because just look how he weaved this one punch that this guy threw. Like, I was really hoping it connected, but that's besides the entire point. After all of this fighting happened, the drama would even get worse and continue. And N3on would even start throwing out some crazy allegations about Jack Doherty.
I will be taking that money and I will be exposing you for getting drunk underage girls on yachts and taking percentages of them. You will be going down, my brother. You will be going down. I never had any real problem with you until now, so you will be going down. Underage girls on a yacht, making them drink. I know everything about you, and I got this. I got this.
And Jack Doherty would end up replying to these crazy allegations via Twitter, and this is what he had to say. Bro, talking about trying to sue me. This is the second time you say this lie defaming my name when you know it's not true. Two can play at that game, bro. The first time you apologized to me, you got nothing to actually say about me, so you spread lies. You know nothing about me. And there was also a follow-up tweet that Jack Doherty would make after N3on alleged that he signed drunk underage girls to contracts. And the tweet read, "All the girls I have signed are older than me, so this makes no sense. What underage girls do I have signed? LMAO. Underage girls can't even sign a contract. Bro sounds so dumb. Bro should back up what he says with proof." Now, what turned into like a fight over one specific girl just turned into this huge thing of allegations being thrown around. And now they're threatening to take legal action against each other. Like, this beef is really starting to heat up. And it's between the two worst possible people it could be. And another thing N3on would state after this entire altercation, other than he was going to sue Jack Doherty, he also stated that he was going to make Sam Frank delete her OnlyFans, or he was going to be done with her.
He owns Sam now. She's deleting her off after this. On my mother's life, she's deleting her off after this. No,
Don't acknowledge none of that.
I'm saying she's deleting her. I'm done. So.
And I guess when he said this, he wasn't playing, because Sam Frank actually did end up deleting her OnlyFans. I don't know if it's back up now or not, but at the time, right after this happened, she did in fact delete her OnlyFans. And because of this quote-unquote fight, if you want to call it that, happened all on stream, this would lead to the both of them being banned on Kick. And I wasn't sure how long the ban was, but Jack Doherty has been trolling N3on on Twitter since all of this happened. And according to a recent tweet Jack Doherty will put out, this ban is only for 1 week. And the tweet was a reply to a fan who had said, "You got banned, bro. You really thought you won, LMAO." And Jack Doherty replied to the fan saying, "N3on has no income for a week. I make money regardless." Now, since then, Jack Doherty has just been trolling N3on non-stop on social media, while N3on, on the other hand, hasn't really said anything about Jack Doherty at all. Maybe once the both of them get unbanned, they'll start talking crazy about each other again, or maybe they'll try to set up some form of boxing match or something. I don't know, but like I told y'all, I got N3on winning. But that's just my personal opinion. You guys know that the only opinion I really care about is you guys' opinion, so y'all comment down below and let me know what y'all think about this entire situation. Who y'all got winning, N3on or Jack Doherty? I personally got N3on winning by knockout 3rd round. But if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join me on my journey to 2,000 subscribers. And while you're at it, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, or if you didn't enjoy the video, be sure to give me a thumbs down. Any feedback is good feedback to me. And as always, I appreciate all of the love and support. And I'll catch you boys and girls in the next banger, man.
Bye, have a beautiful time.